Da-da-da. Hello. Eventually, I'll have this shelf better decorated. I moved around some stuff because in just 2 days, I'm going to be getting 10 volumes of JJK, the last 10, except for the 30th. I'm going to have to wait for the 30th volume, but volumes 20 through 29 will be mine in 2 days. They should be delivered, or at least that's what Amazon says. And so I'm changing up my shelf up there to be able to display some of that. Not that the camera can really pick that up because like I'm really low most of the time, so it's not gonna actually show the shelf much, but should be fine. Anybody want to guess what drink I have today? Anybody want to guess? I do not like the game being this loud. No clue? Well, that's why it's a guessing game. How the fuck? Why wouldn't you guys guess the normal shit? What the fuck? How do you just get that? You're so weird, bruh. Oh, whatever. I don't wanna listen to this one right now. Nor this one. You have no idea how much I wish I could just play my Spotify playlist. But copyright. It's still good though. If it was something like Coke or water, then you wouldn't ask us to guess. I mean, I don't know. Maybe today I was just feeling a little spontaneous, you know? And I was like, oh, guys, guess. Whatever. How's everybody doing though? I like literally I was just like the reason why I'm streaming this right now, right? Is because this morning I was like, man, I'm low-key bored and it's been a minute since I streamed. And so this is what came out of that. I'm doing good? That's good. I stayed up till like 12:30 last night. So I slept in. Slept until like 9 o'clock, which for me is sleeping in because I normally wake up at 8. I'm hyped for Deltarune Chapter 5 tomorrow. Is this another one of those things where everybody's just saying Deltarune tomorrow, even though it's not actually tomorrow? Or is it actually coming tomorrow? Deltarune is tomorrow? Okay. I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure, because some people, you know, it's a joke. Like, it's an inside joke for the Deltarune fan base, I think. It's actually tomorrow, okay. Well, that's cool. I'm excited for nothing. Except for Thursday. I'm excited for nothing tomorrow, but on Thursday, I'm gonna have some manga to read, so that's gonna be fun. I mean, I already have some. I have Demon Slayer, but new stuff. Like, it's going to be new content. I haven't seen it in the anime for JJK. I'm excited for that because I feel like JJK season 3 ended at a part where like it's not cliffhanger enough to be like, oh my god, I can't believe they ended us there, but it is cliffhanger enough to know that shit gets real. Shit gets real quick. I'm willing to bet, especially since the season 4 trailer showed some pretty intense shit. I don't really care for Deltarune, but everyone I know does. Deltarune's cool. I tried Deltarune and I couldn't get into it. Kind of similar to the way I couldn't get into Undertale. I don't know why, but I just like I played Deltarune season 1, not season 1, chapter 1. Like I beat chapter 1, but chapter 1 is also really short, really quick. A lot less puzzly than chapter 2 from my experience, because I tried chapter 2 and I didn't dislike it, but I couldn't get into it enough to continue it. And now I don't own the game because that was on my Switch. I usually try to read the manga when I'm getting into a series. I am too broke to do that. I leech off of my sister's Crunchyroll, and that's how I watch my anime. So it's only because it's my birthday in a week, or less than a week actually. It's my birthday on Saturday. That's the only reason why I can safely afford even a little bit of the manga, because I'm only getting like a third of it, right? Because I only bought volume 20 through 29, and then my sister's going to get me a. Actually, I can probably show you a picture. I'll send it to my computer, aka email it to myself. Hello, Lazvos. How's it going? But she's going to get me not a custom cover, but one of the special covers for the 30th volume. I don't know where it's at. She's going. Why did that one save, but the other one didn't? Let's see if I can find it. This one. I fucking hate doing it on my phone, but it's not here. I'll try to send it to. I'll try to email it to myself, so I can get a better look at it. By the way, chat, if you couldn't tell, this is not going to be one of those streams where like I'm doing a bunch of shit. How's the battle catting? Well, you spelled cating, but I'm assuming you mean catting. It's going good. I just started this stream, and I'm planning on climbing towers, but I gotta build it up first, you know? Okay, so I emailed it to myself. Oh god, I gotta open a browser for this. For me, Deltarune was a game that grew up with me, and boy was it aging like fine wine. You grew up with Deltarune? I grew up with everybody knowing Undertale. I never played Undertale because I didn't have the ability to until I started streaming, until after I started streaming, but I technically grew up with Undertale. That's what I technically grew up with. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, it looks really sick, because it's not the base manga, which I mean, I might still buy the base 30th volume, but let's see, I saved it somewhere. Oh, I thought I did. Hold up. What, did it not save? What's today? Is today the 23rd? Yeah, today's the 23rd. So this. Here's a better look at it. It's this one that I'm going to be getting. Low-key, I wanted this one because it's like the whole gang, but Books A Million was out, so I gotta stick to this one. Is Deltarune Undertale? It's like a alternate timeline. It's weird. It's in the same. It's made by the same people. I don't really know what better way to say it than that. I don't think it's in the same world. I don't know the lore very well. But they are made by the same people, roughly. I mean, I'm sure they have like some new people in the team, but it's made by the same main people, and it's the same, you know. But the lore, I don't know. The first chapter released in 2018. Damn. I forgot it was that long ago. Well, I thought chapters 1 and 2 came out. No, they didn't come out at the same time. They were just part of the same thing. Like, they were bundled together after season 2, chapter 2 came out. Yeah, they were both bundled and free. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, that's why I managed to play Deltarune on the Switch, because they were free, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. Did Yukimura hit that guy and not kill it? I'm so confused. Maybe he just missed. How to get Baja Blast? Beat Katsukosmos Chapter 2, and then beat the stage. Which would probably require Uber Carry. Not gonna lie. Yuki ain't level 60? No, he's not. As much as I like Yukimura, he's not worth level 60 right now, because he still doesn't have Ultra anything. He doesn't have Ultra Talents, Ultra Form. He don't got any of that. Salmon, I understand it for Yukimura because he's a rusher. He benefits from both HP and damage. So like the level boost would be helpful, just not necessary. Oh, bruh. I don't know what to tell you, bruh. Bruh. When's the guarantee gonna be on? I need to get Kenshin. I'm kidding, but not really. Excuse me. Bruh, I gotta go all the way through the 30s? Bruh. Okay. How much hours you got? A lot. Let me see. I think it's around 900. Yeah, it's 8:45. I never actually opened my Dr. Pepper. My allergies. Please stop. Ugh. A lot of things in this game can be labeled as unnecessary. It's a pretty meaningless descriptor. I love how meaningless and unnecessary are similar. So you could say it's an unnecessary descriptor. Because I saw your user rank, bro, I was shocked. Is 8:45 not a lot? And honestly, user rank, it doesn't really mean you play the game a lot. It means that you've played it for a long time, which there is a difference. And I've had this account for probably 7 years. I don't know specifically, but I've had it for a while. My hair is all fucked up today. Like, I showered yesterday, but my hair is like already greasy. I don't know why. Unless it's case specific, like X unit on Y stage doesn't need Z talent. Yeah. It means that you upgraded cats a lot? Yeah, but like, since collabs and stuff only come out occasionally, playing the game for longer means that you have more things to level up. You know what I mean? Because some people just get stuck. Because it's either everything's already level 30 and, you know, all your cat size are gone, or you're just out of XP, which, if you play a lot, you can still run out of XP. Playing for a long time will make that less of an issue, because that means that you're splitting up your time playing, and you're just, like, whenever you do get on, you do Proving Grounds, or you do XP Coliseum, XP Bonanza, stuff like that. Some collabs are gone forever for user rank don't. Well, they'll make new ones. Like, I don't think we're ever going to run out of the ability to level up to 1650, right? Or 16500, but like, it's my main concern is that it's not just Mercstoria that's not coming back. But playing the game a lot can still allow you to upgrade more. It really depends, because the best way of getting Cat's Eyes is Proving Grounds and Gamatoto, which are both more time-based than playtime-based. So it's one of those things where, like, there are limits whenever you are just playing a lot, because, like, compare somebody who's played the game for about 800 hours throughout 5 years to somebody who's played 1,000 hours in 1 year. I'm willing to bet the person with 800 hours throughout 5 years would have more user rank. Even though they've played less, they've played throughout more time, and so they've gotten more abilities to level up. So it is more of a time thing. Don't try to argue with me on this. It's a time thing. It's not just, oh, you play a lot. Like, no. Most of the time, even if you play for 1,000 hours in 1 year, you might not be able to reach 16,500. The problem is reaching 1,000 hours in 1 year. If somebody manages to do that, that would be insane. And that doesn't mean getting super feline in 1 year, right? That's not what that means. I'm at 16,500 specifically. You only need 15,000 for super feline. Usually if you play like 2 hours a day, you get into a stuck spot for user rank due to no units to upgrade. Yeah. And 2 hours a day is only about 730 hours. So that's not even 1,000 hours. And yet you would still get stuck. Played during first time during Merc and thankfully got the best units without knowing it's the last time. Yeah. Sadly, on my main, or on this account, I don't have any Merc. And I don't think did I not get any Merc on... No, I didn't, because Merc wasn't that new. You know, part of me kind of regrets permanently losing the other account that I made. The one that I made whenever I kind of started streaming Battle Cats a lot. Because that had some cool stuff. Like, it had eye waltz. So, like, that was a really cool Uber to have. I'm still stuck on Kazucosmos Chapter 1. I mean, that's fair. Are you getting treasures? You can still use a bunch of Catamins on Cat's Eye Cavern? Cat's Eye Cavern? Never heard of it. If I had heard of it, I would think it's like an Enigma stage. Hello, Likewood. Are you like Flint Lockwood from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, but instead of I don't know how to make this a joke. Lock to like. How does one do that? But you're illiterate? No. But you're dyslexic? No, I don't know. There's a joke to be made there, but I can't find it. Flint Lockwood. The restrictions are annoying? Yeah. That's fair. The special only ones specifically are very annoying. The other ones are fine to me. Like, I actually like the restrictions. The only restrictions I don't like are the special only. Catamins to get lots of Cat's Eyes from Gamatoto just puts a stuck spot even later at level 50 instead of 30. Yeah, and then that would also cost a lot of XP, and then a lot of your time is spent grinding rather than making progression, so you've really done nothing with your time. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, I have Merc super rares, because what? Yeah. I have Aura, Ray, Eloise? I think it's Eloise. Hey, Lois. Yeah, and Pumpkinhead. For me, it's below 1200. That one can be tricky, but mainly It mainly hinders you if you're an Uber carry person. Do I have... No, I don't have the Dark Eyes for that. I was looking for something. Cat Typhoon. The first stage of weak and mildly acidic, because is that one with Arost? Normal Uber only is probably my least favorite restriction. Well, I don't think that's a restriction in Cats of the Cosmos. That's a that's Wawa. I don't think that's in Cats of the Cosmos. The first stage is basically just all decay but harder. Fair. I wonder if people think I'm some sort of professional so I could give them really good advice for certain things. Like, if you're stuck, do not come to me. do not. I'm not very good at that sort of thing. Like, I'm fine with strategizing, but it takes a lot of fucking time, and I have to know the stage and stuff like that. I don't know stages. Like, Gestalt Decay, that's the one with a bunch of Black and Alien, right? Like, that's one of the more iconic stages, and I still can't even remember it. Or I can barely remember it, I guess. Fair enough, I basically completely forgot about Cats of Cosmos now. Yeah. Like, the sub 1200, I think most of the time I just wind up meat shielding and spamming things like Paris and Cameraman. And Manic Island. The Crazed are really good. The Manics are really good for that kind of restriction. Because you can still use Manic Legs and Manic Island. I still have yet to do Cats of the Cosmos Chapter 3 Outbreak, so that it'll be a while before I'm doing that one. I should probably work on that. I don't really want to, though. I genuinely know nothing about the Filibuster Outbreak stage, though. I mean, there's two of them technically, because Cats of the Cosmos and the Zombie Outbreak, but I don't really know much about either of them. I just remember base Filibuster gets rushed down, and then Zombie Filibuster stage, I have no idea. Not a clue. They should make a Behemoth Tower where you only get Behemoth zones and a shit ton of them. I don't care if it contains the hardest stages in the game. I just want a better way of getting a mass amount of Behemoth stones. A Behemoth Tower sounds scary? Not really. With how much Behemoth Slayer... Like, with how many Behemoth counters you get later on in the game, it'd be fine. And honestly, you don't even have to make it a full-blown tower. You can make it a Citadel. I think a Behemoth Citadel would be great. And a Colossus Citadel and a Sage Citadel. I think it makes sense to make all of those. Like, instead of just having traded Citadels, we can have sub-traded Citadels as well. And then those give Behemoth stones. I feel like that would be great. The Outbreak is really difficult if you don't have really good Ubers for it. Good thing I have Ubers. Filibuster Outbreak is complex. Cool. Behemoth Tower would be cool. I want to see Behemoths return in more standard stages. Yeah, because we don't really see them anymore. Like, we saw them in UL, and I think we see them occasionally in ZL, but not the big ones. So it's like... It's like you really only see them in the Behemoth stages, which, like, sure. Like, I mean, I won't complain about that because of how annoying certain Behemoths are, but, like, and I'm talking about the Owl and the Beast Doge, but, like, there's other Behemoths that are perfectly fine. The only place where Behemoths exist anymore is Otherworld Coliseum. Yeah. In ZL, it's mostly just Rage and Gory. True. I haven't played much ZL. I need to do that. I feel like not enough Behemoths appear in Legend stages. I mean, they did appear for a little while at the end of UL. So maybe they'll make a reappearance in ZL, like towards the end. But at the same time, ZL's whole thing is Sage. So I do doubt that Behemoth will really make a comeback in there. It's just so funny to me that they introduced the entirety of Behemoths just to barely even use it anymore. Like, people really complained enough about Behemoths that they just tried to like shut it out, put it in the past, you know, make it only a specific part of the game where you have to deal with a lot of them, and then once you deal with that, it's like, okay, they're gone. It's so funny. I think most Behemoths are really great options for high stat enemies. They are. And I mean, they're countered by Behemoth Slayer pretty well, but Behemoth Slayer, like good Behemoth Slayers normally have pretty high drawbacks. So happy I have Pepe. Yeah. Red Behemoth Duck can be annoying without Courier. Rather fight Hazuku than 2000% Master, eh? I mean, depends on the, like, what's the magnification of the Hazuku. Because, like, base 100% Hazuku, I can understand that. But if it's even 150%, that could be scary. Especially if it's in the back line and there's, like, something in front of it. That'd be scary. Have Courier, but Pepe, you can casually tank hits from it? Well, yeah, she has insane resist. I don't think I have Pepe on this account. I don't think I have any of the busters, actually. Which is a shame. The perma speed up is very nice for what I'm doing right now, by the way. It is incredibly nice. I forget that Little King Dragon is actually, like, usable. Like, I shouldn't just not spawn him. Oh, right, I don't have Tarun talented on this account. Should I talent her? Tarun! Tarun! Where you at, girl? There you are. No, I don't have a lot of Uber Cat's Eyes. I shouldn't be doing that. What to do? What to do with my 2000 NP? Should I waste it on Tarun? I do like Devil Homura. I actually do really like her. I got her, and then like, oh, she actually looks pretty cool. Surgeon Cat used a twin? Never. I'm beefing up Tarun because one day in a long time, but one day, Tarun might get super good Ultra Form. You can get her to level 45. I think I'd rather not use up all my Uber Cat's Eyes. Because if I do want to get some sort of Ultra Form, then it'd be better to save them. I mean, I have 78 Legend Cat's Eyes, but that's besides the point. Now I have the most goated Tarun of all time. And I'm not even using her. I feel bad for Behemoth Slayers that just suck. Well, yeah. And that's primarily because, unlike Sage Slayer, Behemoth Slayer doesn't have anything to do with status. So since a lot of Behemoth Slayers are made for statusing, them having Behemoth Slayer gives them no benefit. And so it's like, what's the point, you know? Because they're status-based, but Behemoth Slayer really only helps with damage. Or at least it mostly helps with damage. Of course, it does help with survivability as well. But, yeah. And then they have to be balanced around the fact that Behemoth Slayer gives them 2.5 times damage against Behemoths. So then they have lesser general viability. And they did all that because everybody started complaining about Courier. Oh, let's get Courier. Let's get... Which Courier ruined. Absolutely. Courier, like... Courier kind of ruined Behemoths because Courier made Behemoths get boosted, and then he made other Behemoth Slayers weaker. So it's like... Courier... yeah, he was a problem. Into the Future was genuinely pretty easy because I have Misley's true form and I don't care about Elder Sloth. You got Misley's true form for Into the Future? I mean, for sure it's doable, but damn. Yeah, something I really like doing with Heavenly and Infernal Tower on this account is using Ubers that aren't necessarily seen very often. So like with Devil Homura earlier, I love using my collab Ubers when they can work here. I probably should have looked a little more at like what Ubers I have, since I mean I've beaten all these stages with these Ubers before, so I should probably change it up a bit, but it's still really fun. Like that's why I like Heavenly Tower a lot. Like it just gives you a bunch of stages that you can go through pretty easily, but that allows you to use units you don't normally use, which is really cool. This is a really good stage to show that Izanami can be valuable outside of just traitless, by the way, because she's the main thing hitting the Alpaki. Like, yeah, the Gravolo is still there, but like she can actually live because she has 400 standing range. Like, Izanami, you are so right about that. But like she really can be valuable outside of traitless. Like, it's just her Pierce. Her Pierce is fucking insane, especially since she still has a Conjure that I didn't even get to use there. Maybe Urz would get some usage against Behemoths. Urz has really good DPS against Behemoths, but... I mean, I just don't... The problem with Urz, right, is that she's either an unnecessary use against Behemoths because of things like Courier, or she's not good enough against them because of them being the relic ones. Like, honestly, aside from the relic Behemoths, it's so unnecessary to have a backliner against them. And like, remember the crab? The fucking crab? I don't know its name. I want to say Scissorax, but I don't know if that's right. He bullies Urz. Urz would be good against all the ducks except for the relic one, I think. I don't know how big that guy's Omni is, actually. Urz might actually be good against them. I don't know. I can't remember. But like, she's either too slow or unnecessary, or just can't be valuable against them. And like, that's the unfortunate thing about Urz's build. Crustaceous Scissorax, yeah. Helmet Crab. Professor Abyss, yes sir. I love Professor Abyss. Can't wait till they get a true form. Is this a wave? This is a wave stage. Tarun! No. Good night. Good night, Wobble. No. Oh yeah, you know, I just got reminded of this from looking at all my Ubers. Ubers are much more of a time thing because of things like anniversaries, platinum tickets, starter specials, deals, stuff like, and Uber guarantees. So, and Ubers, clearly, I'm pretty sure they're a majority of my user rank. Like, I think they have the highest percentage of my user rank is Ubers. And so, they are another reason why user rank will be harder to obtain if you try to do it all in 1 year rather than, you know, over time. Thank you for the follow, Likewood. I can't read that name. I keep saying Likewood. It might be like I like wood. Oh, you like. Okay, well now I only just now understood what that name means. Yeah, Terran was useless here because Bahamut just nukes everything, but Izanami reaching to 850 is pretty good. Like a less risky version of Nala when it comes to sniping. True, but a little bit weaker as well, unfortunately. Sprucewood. Huge. Is Octo still using late game stages for a wave blocker? I mean, if you have an Uber that's just better for it, no. But, like, Octo's still good, yeah. I usually just use Wave Immune now. I mean, it kind of just depends on the person. I don't know how this lineup works without any sort of CC against the Cyclone. It just dies. I don't know how, but it just dies. Yeah, like that's the thing. If you have Wave Blocker Ubers, then you might not use Octo much, but in terms of non-Uber alternatives, there's like none. So Octo would still be valuable. I know people are gonna hate me for saying this, but I believe Dr. Pepper to be overrated. Neneko is an alternative. Why do you think I said not many? There aren't many alternatives. And Neneko is honestly not that easy to get. Like, if you have Neneko, right? First of all, Neneko isn't the one with Wave Blocker. It's a specific variant of Neneko. So, that makes it hard as well. And then there's also the fact that Neneko has pretty shitty recharge time, which makes them unlikely to be used for certain stages. I've never seen anyone use regular Neneko. Well, regular Neneko is part of a damage up combo, so I'm actually surprised you've never seen anybody use it, because it's a 2-slot damage up combo. Did this lineup just bully the stage? I'm genuinely curious, because I don't remember. Triple speed though, because fuck the stage. Can I toggle it between 2 times and 3 times? Okay, that is super nice, actually. I'm glad it works that way. I shouldn't have spawned, whatever the hell I spawned. Cat Tornado, please! Cat Tornado, please! Oh, hello? Who does bro think he is? Not critting. I don't think I can actually use triple speed up here, because I need to spawn me shields and stuff. Yellow. Izanami is just bullying the guys in the back. Okay, so that's how I speedrun that stage. Just use Izanami. I think she is the best unit for that stage. What is Izun Boshi even doing? I don't fucking know, bro. Like, he's good. I think I probably just have him in there in case Izanami doesn't do her job. Which most of the time she will. Listen, clearly I don't actually need to think about these lineups very much. Yo, D'Artagnan. I'm only gonna use D'Artagnan. Nothing can possibly go wrong if I only use D'Artagnan. Spawn him early. Nothing can possibly go wrong if I only use D'Artagnan. Well, that's a problem. I mean, he's getting good nuke damage off. Or not nuke damage, burst damage. And time to turn off the speed up and spawn other things. How do you get mouse on Battle Cats? I think the better question is how am I streaming it fully? But, yeah, this is an emulator. Ritual Saint usage, yay? Yeah. Gotta bring some love to some of the Uberfest variants that are lesser loved. These gories are a pain in the fucking ass, though. Alright, time for floor 30. Chat, what do I do for floor 30? What emulators are there for the Battle Cats on PC? Because I'm saying this on mobile. I use LD Player. Oh, hey, D'Artagnan usage. I think I'm gonna make one change. I'm gonna make one change. Why the fuck is Super Cat in here? There is no point in having... Is there a point in having Super Cat? Well, I don't need Mushroom. I'm gonna make one change. You can do 5 slot? I don't give a shit. I'm not trying to challenge myself. I'm trying to play the game and enjoy it. D'Artagnan, really? You'd be shocked. You'd be surprised. He's actually really good here. It's not hard with 5-hole slots. I didn't say it was hard. I said I want to enjoy myself. I like having units on the stage. They both fucking missed. Oh shit. Doing this as a failsafe. Oh fuck. We're too far up. D'Artagnan's still alive, though. Oh, shit. Oh my god, mistiming my Super Cat there sucked. God damn it. Okay, I'm gonna let myself get pushed back. Why no Manic Lion? Because if he speed clips through Hermit, then that's bad. And I don't want to take my chances with that. Does Hitman outrange? I actually don't remember. I guess he does. I completely forgot I even had him. Ah, shit. I wasn't expecting him to get knocked back. Speed clipping, that only adds to the fun, to be honest. I'll pass. Plus, I'm used to the timing on Manic Lion anyways. D'Artagnan keeps being made to miss. Like, god damn it, bruh. Like, there are times when he should be landing hits and then something else hits, like Hitman. How the fuck is Hitman still there? Hitman! I completely forgot that I needed to spawn shit. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Bro, we're way too fucking far up. Hitman completely destroys Hermit? Yeah, that's why I'm not spawning him very much, because I just don't want to destroy him like that, you know? And he's dead. I really want Hitman for good anti-Tralisk, but I absolutely suck. Well, good thing you don't need to be good at the game to get Hitman. You just need to play it a lot. You just need to be far into the game to be beam stages. I say far into the game, not that far, but because he's based off of Behemoth calling stages, right? Leaving empty slots in a lineup is really only the thing I do for tutorials for others so they can add their own for fun units. Yeah, I do like that idea. It was a misinput! Calm the fuck down. It was a misinput. Yo, Gothic Matama. Not every day you see her use. Bro, that hair. I don't know why my hair just decides, hey, I'm not gonna stay where you put me. Just decides it on its own. How do you have 100 plus leadership? I don't play the game, but I play the game. You get what I mean? I don't play the game enough to really use my leaderships, but I play it enough to get them. You know what I mean? I mean, my user rank is 16,500. You get a leadership every 100. So like, it makes sense to have a lot at this point. Usually people use leadership a lot. Well, usually, I guess. Not once you're this far into the game, though. Because I'm not hyper addicted to the game. I don't play every day. Like, I don't play this account every day. Like, I literally play it a little bit, and I log in. That's basically all I do. This is the most I've played this account in, like, a year. I hate technology. Makes you want to krill yourself. What is going on? I don't know why I don't use Izanami on this. Izanami would still be good. Snipers. Oh, I'm shocked he didn't hit the fucking squirrel. Rare Urarun usage, ladies and gents. I think I have Gladios. I don't know why I'm using Urarun, but whatever. I don't think Urarun even did anything. I'd be better off using Izanami. But whatever. Or Shadow Gal. I think I wanted to be a little special whatever I played this last. For knockback and damage, more like for taking damage. I don't know, bruh. I know my meat shielding is probably to blame for things dying, but that it's okay. Outranges tanks by 5? Yeah, exactly. So she can be used, right? Totally not a Dazzly situation like you mentioned previously. Or is it 10? I have no fucking clue. I think it's 10, but I don't know. It literally is the exact same thing though, yeah. Chat, I've barely started editing my Pokemon video. That's gonna take a long time because I have what 7 VODs to go through, an average of about 3 hours per stream, maybe 2.5, so it's 15 and a half? No, 17 and a half. I did that math terribly, I feel like. Let me try again. So 7, 2.5, 14, 7 times half, 3.5, so it's, yeah, 17 and a half. I got 17 and a half hours of footage to go through just about. And I've gone through maybe half an hour. That's gonna take me a long time. Just hire an editor? You do have a job after all? You think I get paid for this shit? I barely get paid. In the last year, I think I've made 200 bucks. Sorry, not in the last year, because that would include... In all of 2026, I think I've made 200 bucks. Off of what I do. So which is it, a job or a hobby? Technically, job. But for me, it's a hobby. Because, I mean, if you're getting paid something, you're still getting paid, right? It's kind of like mowing a lawn. It's still a job. Bro, I hate Crazed Axe so fucking much. There's no reason for him to have 360 standing range. It's a hobby with rewards? Sure, you know, that's what we can consider it. Yeah. I do not remember when Crazed Axe could freeze. It can. It's been able to do that forever. This is a really funny lineup. Because I'm fairly certain Ganesha doesn't actually do that much with Izanami already taking their job. Do you weaken? Yeah, you weaken. So probably not a good idea to use you along with Professor Cat jobs. WQB, you're so right. WQB. What are your ultra talents again? Right, the strengthen. Interesting. Bro, it's still so fucking insane to me that they gave a Mataratsu strengthen. Like this isn't, and dodge like that. Those are insane. When is the set gonna get talents? I feel like she's close, right? Ooh, wait, yeah, because Terran got talents, so yeah, this set's probably getting pretty close to getting talents. No. No. I could use mommy to snipe. Or this guy, honestly. This bitch is kind of crazy. Is someone balanced out by her being fragile? Or so I was told. Amaterasu? Her survivability is fine. She even has Survival Lethal Strike as a talent, which is great. She is not fragile. W level 50. Why do I not have you level 60, my boy? Probably because it's a waste. POV Dazzly. I don't really like dodge when it isn't on tanky units. I mean, yeah, but it's just a nice bonus, right? Because like if something has like LD or something almost hits you, right, and like gets really close, that dodge can save you. And since Amaterasu targets anything with a trait, her survivability would be great with the dodge. I don't know what to drop. I might just continue to use Ganesha. Because I would use Spectral Cat, but the weekend overlaps with fucking cat jobs. And I don't want to do that. Okay, I know who I'm dropping Ganesha for. I forgot I have Terran. I forget about Terran targeting alien. By the way, do y'all fuck with the double purple lighting? Or should I make the secondary light back to red or something else? Because like... Oh wait, that brightens it. I can make it white. I can make it pink. I can make it orange. I can make it whatever the color is. I can make it red, green, blue, yellow, another blue, and then back to purple. Oh, wait, I don't like Dark Phono here, actually, because he just overlaps this low. It'll be fine. Please, please, please! Oh my god. Now get the fuck off of my base. Cat Jobs. Oh shit, Cat Jobs is so fucking dead. I have no idea how he isn't right now. They isn't. They aren't. Is Cat Jobs a dude or a woman? Kai's Lethal Strike is useless 99% of the time, I would say. Cat Jobs is a cat. Cats still have genders. they are still gendered. Maybe when I use a generalist, expecting them to perform as well as a specialist. What do you mean? Because I never said anything about expectations. Cat Jobs is male? Sick. Survival Lethal Strike is really good though. Like, I don't know why you mentioned Kai for that, because Kai is one of the few that like actually doesn't make good use out of Survival Lethal Strike. Anything with range makes great usage out of it. You're good, Malix. Castaway is male. I mean, he looks like a hobo and he has a beard. Like, sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's not. Which can mean a lot of things for the real world. Let's get Balrog the fuck out of this lineup. Fuck you, Balrog. And then I genuinely just think Baja Blast will speed this up a bit. Baja Blast might die to fish, but Izanami will be able to handle everything. Balrog on the towers can feel so iffy. Nah, Balrog's like OP for the towers in my opinion. I just don't want to use Balrog here. That's just a choice of mine. He's great in this stage. I don't like using him, but I can acknowledge that he is fucking busted for the towers overall. He can carry in stages that should be super difficult, including the Hanya Angel Kleinout one. Sure. Weird ass lineup. Why is this my lineup? Let me change this. I hate this lineup. So I don't give a shit about defensive combos, but I do give a shit about research combos. Balrog is my last thing to true form as of right now. Nothing else I have has a true form. I don't like Can-Can, so I doubt I like Balrog. Why don't you like Can-Can? Just no range? Is that one? Because I can get behind that. I don't use Cop like ever. Heard he was good, and then I never fucking used him. This is my lineup. Slow due to Force Wing? Well, that has nothing to do with speed, but I do see what you mean. More interesting? Not always. You just gotta get the timing down, honestly. And get a high level over him. Cup is especially good for trailers behemoths. I know he's good, yeah. I just have never had a reason to use him, because by the time you get him, traitless is like not much of a threat. Can-Can's Force Wing is kind of short. I won't give it that it is short, but I'll give it it's kind of short. But for the range, it's kind of lackluster. That's why I said almost. Yeah, okay. Hey, look, another D'Artagnan stage. And this time, he's my only Uber. I'm gonna stop speed up just so that we can see even more from D'Artagnan, alright? You know, something tells me hardly anybody plays the game without speed up ever since 15.4. Oh my god. D'Artagnan gets the ability to move as soon as, like, it's the worst timing in the fucking world. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, not a great stage for D'Artagnan. Call me crazy. But to be fair, Crazed Titan is a piece of shit. Why do Crazed Titan and Crazed Axe have so much fucking range? It makes no sense. It doesn't make a lick of fucking sense. And don't even try to turn this into saying that D'Artagnan's bad. I'm using him in a fucking traitless base stage. Like, the boss is literally traitless. Like, people will look at this and be like, oh, D'Artagnan sucks, when you're actively using him against a traitless boss. Reminder, it's the one trait he doesn't target, except for metal, technically. D'Artagnan goes for traitless. The only Epic Fest that don't target traitless and only traitless are Dazzly, Luna, Lunos, Phono, and I think that's it. I think all the others only target traitless. You're strawmanning so hard? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean by that. Like, I genuinely just don't know what that term means. Do I not have any form of slow for the Zyklon? Fucking hell, bro. Oh, god damn it. Huge Anubis. The D'Artagnan thing? I don't know. You don't get what I'm saying. I don't know what the fuck strawman means. I find it crazy how badly Little Neandum is used in any stage he is in. His best stage is Hell's All-Star. I mean, I mean, I do like the combination of him and Crazed Titan. I don't hate it. Complaining about Can feels like pure hater talk. I mean, that's kind of what it is. That's how I am with, sorry, that's a bad start off. That's how I am with Balrog. I hate on him even though I know he's good. Sorry, Kai. I got Kai hit. Whoops. Strawmanning is when you build a fake parody of a person to argue against instead of actually bringing up their points. But we weren't even arguing. That wasn't even a... Nobody was arguing. What? If somebody actually brought up points, I would be like, yeah, sure. Nobody's bringing up anything bad about D'Artagnan. You're fighting a strawman you built? I don't know what that means, bro. So, yeah. I'll argue against myself. It's called thinking out loud. I think I see what you mean now. It's making up your own, like, counter side, right? Yeah, no. It's called thinking out loud. As well as, you know, commentary? Would you rather me just be like... not talking? Like, if, like... I don't know what you want from me. I mistimed it. Fully off-camera grinding? Yeah, that's totally what this is. I'm a little late, you're fine. Yeah, this is totally not my main account. Or my old account. It's on camera and it's not grinding. Well, I mean, to be fair, I didn't stream a majority of this file. So it technically was off-camera grinding. Technically. Why the fuck do I have you? It's on camera climbing. True. Y'all want to see some of the craziest Professor Abyss gameplay? Forgot all about your stream? That's a-okay. I do not expect to be the central of everybody's lives. So the real question here is, on my new account, would I be able to beat these stages? Answer, probably not, but maybe. Wendy's my goat for this stage? Well, watch this. Wait, does Wendy one-shot? I never even thought about that. Wendy might straight up just fucking one-shot. Professor Abyss, you missed? Boo. Don't miss again. She missed again. It's fine, she'll just kill 2 at once. I think it's storming outside. Oh my god, hit the fucking Valkyrie! Hit the Valkyrie! Please! Hit Valkyrie. Oh my fucking god. You're kidding me. Please! Let's try this again. That never happened, chat. I don't want to look at what you're saying, Callie. I do not need any slander. Yeah, boo, Borog, boo. Boo. See, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. Or, sorry, that's what I saw on my first attempt. Chat. Okay, I need to not use speed up for this shit, because meat shielding is a pain in the ass. And he dies. That wasn't Professor Abyss that knocked him back, was it? It looked very weird. Hitboxes are weird, I know, but that looked incredibly weird, but whatever. Bitch, you did. 2-shot? Yeah, Professor Abyss is a little strong. I bought a few bits and I'm trying to currently figure out how to cheer it yet. It won't let me send it. Well, buying bits is on Twitch, I think. How does one cheer? I don't know. I don't do shit. Do you see by your... I mean, I'm not gonna tell you. Oh. I think I know how, but... You think playing favorites is the most fun way to play the game? Yes. Yes, it is. Why do I have Benevolent Soma and Mitama? This seems kind of contradictory. I'm dropping Benevolent Soma. For my favorite. I don't want your money, Slim. Well, I guess if you already bought the bits, then it's already gone. Ah, whatever. I don't know what the fuck you just said, Hyper. What the fuck is go to Oda? I'll figure it out? Okay. It's gonna be weird telling my mom to buy me just a lemon. I'm gonna try that again and actually upgrade my wallet in time. I don't know what you're saying. Soda? Like, I know you're just adding goat to their name, but like, who the fuck? Just say their name. Soma? Oh, so you're just misspelling it. Okay. I thought you were telling me to use some Uber I've never heard of. How the fuck did the angel not get... There we go. Jesus Christ. Mitama missed twice. What the... Make that 3 times. Oh my god, she keeps missing the fucking angel. Why you should use him? He doesn't target the other zombie, or the other cyclones, though. I'm not using an L slow up, that's lame. Perma slowing is even more lame than just using Jizo Ultra Form. Well, there's 5 bits. Thank you. I figured it out. Ah, shit. Don't tell me. Do I know what's coming up next? Floating an angel? Yeah, but it doesn't target this bitch. I need to still slow the zombie. Well, there's 80. What is it, 1,000 that I told you? Was it 1,000 or 2,500 that I said? Or it may have just been a flat 2,000. I don't have 1,000 bits. But wasn't that the deal? Wasn't the deal 1,000 or 2,000 for the lemon? Why do I not have money? Oh, I think I spent too much of it. Whoops. Yeah. Well, you're building up there, so I'll keep that in mind. You have given 85. I will try to remember that. Unless you can keep track of it. 85 out of 1,000. 95. Thank you for the 95 bits. I appreciate it. Stop doing a 9/11 and attacking the towers. I mean, there are 2 towers. Well, now there's actually a 3rd one. Golden Tower, so. But that's not on currently. All my bits gone now. You're about 10% of the way there. Once you reach 1,000, I will work on getting the lemon. But a deal's a deal. I thought you did 95. I think that's 95, so you only need 905 more, not 915. For those of you who don't know, Slim and I worked out a deal. Instead of them saving up for 400,000 channel points, they'll just give me 1,000 bits. And you guys can do that too. For the lemon. For the lemon redeem. At least there's no Rattatas for you to kill. Dude, I killed my fucking Reshiram. I killed my starter at the end. But I did win the... I did win that, so... That was a really fun series. I need to do another one, but first I want to do Risk of Rain. Treating Golden Tower the 3rd one is too technically for me to care. It's just one new stage. Yeah, but it's all new rewards. Posture check? Fuck you. My back. It's probably because of my posture, not gonna lie. Who would have thought Jizo's good here? Whoa, crazy. Crazy house, crazy once. I was locked in a room. Just the same, but more?
Robert.
Well, they're not new awards, but yeah, more. Hence different. Wouldn't you say that in growing stages, the seed rewards and the fruit rewards are different rewards, not just more? Bro is hunched over like... I was not hunched, actually. I was not hunched. I don't think. Are you willing to go fancy with new towers and talk about the Power Rangers tower? Then what about the Citadels? Can't wait for Friday to use 200 rare tickets on Trixie banner. Trixie is so overrated. I'm so sorry, but Trixie is so overrated. I'm not even sorry. She's cool. For collection purposes. And maybe Labyrinth. But she's so overrated. But yeah, welcome to the stream. I just want her for collection. Now that is fair. I did specify that is fair. Hey, get off my base, please. Thank you. I think she's well rated. I don't think she is. I don't believe she is. I think people would put her in like S tier or whatever. Like, I genuinely don't think she's as good as people think she is. Managed to solo brute force Izanagi on Relic B Queen. Damn. I mean, if you have Izanagi, you can basically brute force anything. If you get a fruit when you need a seed, then that more is only costing you. You said that's literally different. Correct me if I'm wrong. They're different items. So, I mean, sure, they are different. Correct me if I'm wrong. They're more of the same item, sorry, is what I mean. You need more seeds to make a fruit. And so they lead to the same thing. So they are closer to the same. Whenever you get a fruit, you're getting more of the seed, essentially. Because who the fuck wants seeds when they're doing grinding stages? Hit that Dark Luna's wave is 40k damage and it has double bounty. You hate that because it's good, or you hate it like what? Ojibaba is easy with Berry Breaker if it's on its all. Yep. So many people need seeds. Just do Heavenly Tower for them. Like, they're not that bad. Why am I still getting pushed? How? Shigong, hello? Live. I don't know what the hell is pushing me. Oh my god. Did somebody just say it's only 5 of each? Because, I mean, yeah, but, like, most cat fruit evolutions that require seeds, it doesn't require a lot of them. It requires, like, 3 at most of one type. And plus, there's daily grinding stages now. That's besides the point. I would consider them to be different awards because of the different numbers. I mean, if you think about it, right? The awards for Facing Danger and the rewards for Siege of Metal Hippo, they're still cat tickets, but Facing Danger has more of them. Would you consider that to be the same reward, or would you consider it to be different rewards? People need seeds in early game? Is that what you're saying? There's no shit, you gotta grind. You get to grinding, bitch. I don't give a shit. And not that many people are still in ESC 3. Or still, not that many people are that early into the game, I don't think. It's same but more? Yeah, so different. Like, I mean, it can be the same thing, but the reward overall is different because they are not the exact same. Just because just because you have 2 apples, right? Let's continue. Let's do this in first grade math version. So 2 and 1, they are different numbers. Even though 2 is just 2 ones, it is still a different number. They're still different, though 1 is just more of the same. Yes, I know there's a difference between seeds and fruits. I moved on from that. I moved on to the cat ticket comparison. I forgot Bullet Train doesn't one-shot this bitch. I hate this fucking stage, bro. I hate it. I hate it with a fucking passion. Oh my god. This is gonna take a while. Let's see if I can time this. Fucking hell. Oh my god. Mistimed my courier again. I hate this stage. Who the fuck made this stage? I think this is the hardest stage in all of Heavenly Tower. I firmly believe that this is the hardest stage in all of Heavenly Tower. Use Row? Why the fuck would I use Row here? Row either dies to the black enemies or doesn't make it because of the angel. Metal does the tanking job just fine. Oh my god. Oh my god. They're just so desynced. I don't know what to do. Like, they are, like, perfectly desynced. And it's annoying. Row is good. Here? No! I have metal. I don't need Row if I have metal. Come on, Balrog. Get some good hits in, buddy. Okay, well, he's dead now, but I mean, it was cool while it lasted. Just spam Jizo? Wait, don't tell me. Does that actually work? No, no, do tell me actually. Does that actually work? Is this one of those stages that Jizo can just solo? No way, right? Can you spell skill issue? I'm not losing. I just hate this stage. I'm using metal and rock. I don't think tanking is a thing I need to do here with Ro. Does work mostly. Still use support though? Okay. So like you would still want to use metal, rock, and probably maybe heavy cat CT? Oh, I mistimed my Balrog. Oh. Did he get hit there? I can't even tell if he got hit there. Ruri is also good here. I don't have her on this account. Though I don't think she'd be good. Like, she could tank the Hanya, sure, but what would she do once she gets there? And plus, without the speed up, she would just get destroyed by the Lionel. I should be using Courier more. You know, if Balrog gets the speed up talent in his ultra talents, that would be kind of fucking crazy. She does a lot of damage. I know. I should turn the volume up on that. Because, like, it's not quiet, but it doesn't really scare me. Short cooldown and great weaken when Hanya is in front. Yeah, but, like, if he's in front, then he's just going to get knocked back by either Balrog or Courier. So it's not going to be in front very often. And still, like I said, without the speed up talent, she would just get destroyed by the professor, or not the professor, the Lionel. Because she doesn't have, she's like actually really slow without her ultra talents. Okay, maybe it's loud enough. My ears are hurting all of a sudden. What the fuck? Maybe I've just heard the jump scare sound so much that it doesn't affect me. Maybe I should do a different jump scare sound. Interesting idea. No! That was almost bad. The most sincere no I've ever said. And now I'm dead. No, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Okay, I win. She can take a hit from Lionel? Yeah, but Lionel slows. So if it's slow, and plus, she might be slow enough, honestly. The easiest stage in Heavenly Tower, don't even lie, is floor 1, but floor 45 is one of the easiest ones in terms of floor 40s. Or anything above floor 30, I guess. Is this that stage that I had? No, that was Infernal Tower, where I had the CPU strat. This is my lineup? Hey look, Doran for chip. Do this. Fuck it, we ball. Fuck. It was too late. 46 is very annoying, I will say. It is incredibly annoying. But as long as you have slime, you can eventually kill the Wan. I should probably stop losing. Okay, well now I'm in a bad spot because I don't have money. Well, that bitch has now died. I don't remember how to get him to die permanently. Still a knockback completely cucks Balrog without curse. Yeah. But at the same time, it seems to be working just fine, no? No! Oh my god. I thought I was about to lose everybody because of the fucking 1-1 knockback. It's called a Holy Blast Break. I know that's why I have it, but I don't remember. It doesn't one-shot, so I don't know how to time it right. Dumbass. That's why I don't use Balrog. Balrog carried me here. I don't know what you mean by that's why I don't use Balrog. Like, just admit he's good. You don't have to say he's busted or anything, but don't act like, oh, I'm so much better because I don't use Balrog. One shots him at a high enough level. Yeah, I guess mine's only level 15. Did I really Uber carry the hell out of this stage? Also, I want to do something real quick. It's about damn time I get this dude's true form. Oh yeah, by the way, I do have Trixie, so I have a right to say that she's overrated. The reason why I said that is because he keeps getting knocked back and it's annoying. Well, no shit, everything gets knocked back. Expecting something to not get knocked back is stupid. And like against Wanwan, like you're not meant to use him against Wanwan. He's really good there for Dabu. Like, I mean, obviously there are other ways to handle it, but he's not bad there by any means. The stage is not bad at all when you figure out how to do it consistently. Yeah. And guess what? I don't have that because I've been in the stage like once, maybe twice. Thank you for the follow. Nezuko doesn't get knocked back nearly as much. You act like Nezuko hasn't been around for like 2 seconds. Like, sure, Nezuko's good there. Cool. I don't have her. Like, saying that you can use Nezuko over Balrog is different than saying that's why I don't use Balrog. There is a difference there. Overrated as hell? I don't think he's overrated. I think he's just misunderstood. Because, like, I still hate him, right? I still hate how everybody says, oh, arguably best super, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's really good when he's good, but he's not really good in a lot of stages. Like, there's like 10% of stages in the game where he's like really good, but then whenever he doesn't work, he doesn't work. And so, and plus there's also Can, who can just basically take his place. Wanwan is the alien? Fuck off. Wawa. Oh, fuck. I have forgotten how to do the stage. I can say that with a lot of confidence. I have forgotten how to do the stage. Let's try this. Surely this won't go wrong. I forget how big this bitch's Omni is. I'm just trying to Uber carry. I'm seeing if it works. Because if it works, chat. No way my boulder hit the fucking puffer there. God damn you. Kill me now. I want to die. Fuck. Hello? Help. No. No, slime! This is like really bad. Do you mind? Hey, Tacky, hello! Thank you. This isn't Uber carry at all. I don't know what you're talking about, chat. Should have used Gundaros. No, his force swing is way too slow for this. Hey, Gal carrying like crazy? I think Dazzly carried by giving me a strong start off, but sure, we can say it was a Gal carry. Could have used Mad Dr. Clay. I no, I couldn't have. I don't have Mad Dr. Clay. It's not like that. It's not that long. It's only 8 seconds. Yeah. No. That's pretty long. Hello, goofiest one. Floor 47 done. God, I hate that stage. Like, it's not really that bad, but it's annoying as hell. What the hell is this lineup? Sure. Shorter than the puffer backswing? Yeah, okay. I'm just curious as to what you're going to do about the fact that Gundaros is always going to get hit by Tacky. Free Elder Cat Fruit? I have 11 of them! The Mitama stage. It really do be the Mitama stage. I don't remember how long Turtle Shell lives here. I guess long enough. I'm pretty sure I let them... I'm pretty sure I didn't let them close enough, so I won't actually be able to stack Curry here. Well, actually, Curry doesn't have a very high crit rate, so I might actually be able to stack at least a couple of them. Follow for you? Really? I'd appreciate it, but you don't have to. Oh, I should be stacking Bubble. I'm a dumbass. Not even stacking Ubers first? No, because it's unnecessary as fuck. Do you know how easy the stage is even without stacking? Like, the main thing you want to do is stack for money at the beginning. Other than that, you're fine. I don't even have any, specialists. Like, everything's already dead. Like, it's literally just the Bun Bun at this point, and I already have my second Matama. Kind of like that one SOL stage where, like, stacking is so unnecessary, but you really only do it for fun. Why don't you use a slow L combo? Because I don't think I have a good thing for that. Plus, I'm using everything here. Except for maybe Monaco, but that's besides the point. I gotta grind SOL? Yeah, this game's really grindy, but it wouldn't be a mobile game without that, so... Do I even... Let's look at my slow combos. Let's look at them. Wow, I would have to take up 4 slots to get the L combo. Pass. Monaco carry for real. I don't remember how I beat this stage. Like, did I nuke down Ulala and then? I have no idea. Matama doesn't need them. She really doesn't. Do you? You do, one shot. And then here's that, and then... Oh, they both spawn at the same time. That is something I did not realize. I did not realize they were both going to spawn at the same time. I thought it was going to be like Infernal Tower 49. Whoops. My mistake. Come on. Big hit, big hit, big hit, big hit. Sure, that works. No Dogu and Manic Lion? Yeah, no. What the fuck is Dogu going to do here? Tank? Useless. All I need is Boulder for tanking. The Infernal Tower version of the stage is really fun with Kenshin. Yeah, don't make me start doing rare ticket draws on fucking Vajra so that I can get Kenshin. I still don't have enough Dark Eyes for that though. Dude, when are we going to have easier fucking Dark Eyes, bruh? Like, it pisses me off that Dark Eyes, like, still rarely appear. Because, like, I swear they should be coming around more often at this point with how many Ultra Forms and Ultra Talents they're releasing. But there's still, like, hardly any. Fuck. Great timing me. Wow, Bahamut knocks back with one fucking Baja Blast attack? That is actually crazy. I have no doubt there are some strats around that. Like, for specifically Hermit. Fuck you mean hardly any? A majority of the Dark Eyes in the entire game is all from Cat Claw Dojo, which is a one-time thing. Have you done Abyssal? No. Because I don't like the idea of redoing a stage over and over again. I mean, Abyssal is the only real way that they've made it easier. Like, Abyssal stages are still tough. And plus, how many do you get for Abyssal stages? Is it not just one per redo? It's 6 Dark Eyes each. But that's if you beat all of the Abyssal stages. That's if you do all of them, which is easier said than done. I have like 50? Well, I'm sorry, I don't play every day. Like, I know I'm complaining about nothing, but it's still, like... I don't know. There's something to it that I don't like. Don't ask me what that something is, though, because I could not tell you. Fuck, that's a long surge. I don't remember how to do this stage. Like, I don't remember my strat. How the hell do I do this stage? Fucking Cyberpunk missed. And I made him miss that time. That's on me. Yeah, I don't remember how to do the stage. Can I get a Laswell set? No! Have you ever tried the Baja change strat for this? I think I've maybe tried it. Not since Blast, though, I don't think. Please. God damn it, Trolley Blogger. I don't know what else I was supposed to do there. That was a lot of knockback. Really? Really, Sniper? You made them miss. Made her miss. My queen. Ow. Fuck off. I didn't time my Cyberpunk. Whoops. We just attack up Baja and Cyborg. It's stupidly easy. Sounds too easy for me. Except, I guess Sniperpunk isn't exactly a better strat. Is there an Abyssal on right now? Because I can give it a try and see if I wind up liking it. Because I do claim that my favorite part of this game is making lineups, and then I refuse to admit that Abyssal stages are fun. Kind of hypocritical. Shit. I fucked that up. I shouldn't have spawned Boulder. I got scared. It's good that you don't have to use 10 cats. Well, I mean, yeah, but it's not Labyrinth. So of course it's not going to make you. Labyrinth is the only lineup that actually forces you to use all 10. I should probably start saving my money. But I'm a little confident that he dies soon. Maybe I shouldn't be that confident. With how many events have Abyssal now, I'd be surprised if there wasn't one. Yeah. I can give it a try. Son of a bitch, sniper. Just get it over with already. There we go. If that slime had hit without sniper making a miss, I think I would have won right then and there. Personally really happy with the implementation of Abyssal. Old concept being revisited with power creep intended is really cool. And yet still no super cat true form. Oh, it's 11. Sorry, it's noon. Damn, I've been live for 2 hours already. Chat, should I go for Kenshin? Like, no, there's bound to be a better time for this, right? There's bound to be a better time to look for Kenshin. But I do desperately need to get Kenshin. Like, that is something that I should 100% work on. Alright, well, it's on Deeply Dreaming. So, I need something for the boar. So I'll use Dark Laser and probably Manic Island for this first one. And just see how that works. Nah, not Courier. I'll save him for another one. And then Wave / LD. You could wait for 2 times Uber chances, I guess. There could also be a guaranteed 11 roll, though. Not anytime soon, probably, but there might be one eventually. You know, I'll pair these two together. And then I'll bring Gridiron. And I'll give this a shot. I don't think it's going to work because, well, frankly, I think the boar is going to be too strong. But we'll see. You'll need 2 guaranteed 11 rolls. I'll need 2, or like that'll just. What do you mean? Because I do want to save my cat food for Fate just in case that ever does come back, or come to Ian at least. You massively underestimate boar. I know. I was just testing it. I'm in testing phase, bitch. All right. It's been a while since I've done this stage. So I'll need CC. No, I just underestimate the value of CC. So probably slow. You know what? You wanted to see something that would be funny, actually. Oh wait, don't I need a freeze combo actually? The chance of getting Kenshin is not high. Well, I mean, yeah, but I have rare tickets that I was kind of thinking about using, but whatever. I'll save them. I won't be needing Hanzo, I don't think, for this stage. Well, I mean, I guess I could just use Hanzo here. Because I can still use these units. Oh, wait, I need to keep him up there. Whoops. I do really want Kenshin, though. Because, like... I mean, she's... Ever since she got her Ultra form, I've been a huge fan of it. Oh, right, there's more boars. I completely forgot about that. Okay, well, we'll see if this works. I completely forgot about that. The fact that there are more boars. Oh! I didn't know I didn't have Breaker Blast on. God damn it. Oh my god, I thought I would have had Breaker Blast. It's winnable. Shit. You're kidding me. What happened to all my gridirons? Oh, fuck. Figured my gridirons would be good enough to knock back this Baku or whatever. Okay. The Manic Island, hello? You're not knocking back? I'm actually at a loss for words. I'm actually shocked that my Manic Islands are so weak that they can't knock back the fucking Baku. Oh, God. I'll see if this'll work. Why grid? Because LD is strong against black. I was like, okay, this should work, you know? Ah, shit. Hanzo. Ah, okay. And what the fuck do you mean, why grid? I'm trying to use units that I don't normally use. That's kind of the point. To use units that are different. Ignore the sounds I was making, by the way. I don't think any of those sounds I made were necessary, but they were very manly. Did I get anything for that? No? Oh. I have to beat it 4 times? And y'all are saying they make Dark Eyes so much easier to obtain. Yeah, so much easier. 4 times? Jesus Christ, bro. Okay. Even if it's not difficult, it's still time-consuming as hell. I did all these 10 times? Sorry, not everybody can say that they don't have a fucking life. Somebody said TT. She doesn't have a guaranteed slow. Like, guys, I don't think you realize. I'm not concerned about my ability to beat the stages. I'm concerned about how much fucking time it'll take. Because I gotta do this 4 times? If I can do it 10 times, you can do it 5. I know I can, but it's the time thing. Like I said earlier, I don't necessarily like the idea of redoing a stage over and over and over again. Let's see how this does. This is not even comparable to Underground Labyrinth. Why the fuck do you think I've never done Labyrinth? It's different every time though? Not really. In terms of this one specifically, it's just a CC loop. It's a CC the boar loop, and then it's an LD loop. I forgot that I need a meat shield for this. You say you don't use the same units even once, but I think you're ignoring the part that it's still the exact same stage with the exact same strategy. CC the boar, kill it, get some monies, stack LD, beat the stage. How the fuck did it not? It wasn't even fucking perma-slowed, bro. I'm using Row, not Eraser. I think you just hate Battle Cats? No, I hate doing the same stage over and over again. Why do you think I also hate 2, 3, and 4 crown stages? Like, I genuinely just have a large distaste for... I have a huge distaste for doing stages over and over again. Row this early? You act like it gets more difficult. It doesn't get more difficult. I feel like using Row whenever I'm using slowing CC is perfectly fine, especially since Row's not even actually that good here. Because Row would just get the Baku to attack. Row can do it without slow? I don't give a shit. Clearly not. That bitch did. I mean, to be fair, you can just keep spawning it, but I don't care. I don't give a shit. Clearly, you guys are like, oh, there's so many different ways to beat the stage. So clearly, you shouldn't be able to tell me what way is right or wrong, right? Wasn't originally a Heavenly Tower Reclear stream? Yeah, but that's easy. Like, I spent 2 hours to go through all 50 stages. I went through all 50 stages of Heavenly Tower in 2 hours. And it's probably going to take me half an hour just to do 5 stages. You see what I mean here? And plus, that I turned my brain off for most of that. Like, that's a chill thing. This is not a chill thing. And plus, those are different stages. It's not like I'm doing the 50 of the same stage over and over again. Because the problem I have is doing them back to back. Because I eventually did do 4 crown SOL. You know, I eventually did do that. I have ID for a reason. It's doing them back to back that annoys me, which is why I did 2, 3, and 4 crown, not back to back. I did them 2 crown and then 3 crown and then 4 crown. So that was negligible for me. Throws me a unique challenge I don't know how to solve immediately. I'm solving it basically immediately. Like, I don't think you realize that. I am still doing it basically immediately. It's just time consuming because you have to make a new lineup for each and every one. Like, it is essentially a mini labyrinth, if you think about it. It's a mini labyrinth. Because you have to make a new lineup for every single time. And at least with Labyrinth, each stage is different. Go Uber carry for last stage. I can Uber carry for all of the stages. I have like 100 fucking Ubers. I'm back. I got past 5 chapters in SOL quickly, luckily. Cool. What was that about liking to make lineups? Yeah. Like, I still like making lineups. It really is just largely the fact that it's the same stage over and over and over again. It doesn't get, the stage isn't different. It doesn't get any more difficult. It doesn't, nothing changes. All it is make a different lineup for it. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like me trying to beat floor 30 with many different lineups over and over and over again. That's more of a Lucas thing, not a me thing. Such a bitch ass up, bruh. It's a genuine concern. Like, I have a problem with mobile games that make you replay the same stage over and over again. And, like, I'm not being made to do this, to be fair. So I'll give it credit where credit's due. I'm not being made to do this. But nothing's changing. It's just the same lineup over and over again. Or not the same lineup. It's just the same stage every single time. So instead of making new stages that would actually be cool with new bosses or new stage composition in order to get you your dark eyes, you know? Instead of doing that, they just make it the same stage. It's lazy. You chilling? Okay. You're just looking for excuses from my perspective? No, I've held the same thought the entire time. It's the same stage again and again and again, and it's stupid. It's lazy. Sup, Sam? Want to hear something you're not going to unsee? Well, how do I unsee something from hearing it? Instead of Yamamoto, I said Lady Gagamoto. And I say I have Agamotto. Yeah, like, I mean, okay. But yeah, I genuinely think it'd be a cool idea if instead of doing the same stage over and over again, they just had different stages with the same boss, right? Because, like, the whole thing, right, is that these are... I'm gonna try this again. The whole thing, right, is that it's, you know, the same boss. You're doing the same thing over and over again with different lineups. They can do this different... They can do, yeah, force a different lineup every time. But I feel like they could have done different stages with it. Like, I genuinely feel like they could have done different stages. They could have kind of made it like a brutal advent, except it's the same difficulty, just different peons and stuff. Different stage design and stuff like that. But it's lazy. They could have done that. They could have just made it, okay, here's 5 different stages with Baku as the main boss. Figure out a way to beat each and every one. And, like, instead of And like they can make it so that instead of having to use different units every time, they can make it so that you just have to use completely different strategy every time. Or they can still do the different units every time and just make you go through it, you know, kind of like Labyrinth. I feel like this is just lazy. I feel like it's just a lazy way of them trying to force Dark Eyes into the game. And that's a genuine critique. Yeah, you are probably both just always on Battlecatch streams. None of them do the exact same thing. Yeah, but the premise is still the same. Like, it's just the same stage. Like, that's the main problem I have with it. It's that it's the exact same fucking stage every time. The strategies might be different, but like that's no different than just forcing yourself to use different units every time while trying to beat the stage. There's nothing different about it. There's nothing unique about it. You can choose to do this just with the base stage. You just don't get rewarded for it. I mean, your opinion is yours. It's a genuine critique. Like, would it not have been better to have different stages rather than just one? Like, it's a genuine critique. Yeah, just like different traits. That would be a good idea for pawns. Pawns? I don't know. Like I think it's a good idea, right? Like it's a good idea to allow people to be rewarded for beating the same stage with different strategies, right? Because people already were doing that. It just wasn't rewarded. And this allows it to be rewarded. I think it's a good idea. However, I do think that there were better ways of doing it. This feels like criticizing Dazzly for having a blind spot. No, this is genuine game design. That's one specific unit that has balancing factors. That's just her kit, bro. And this is just the same stage over and over again. Like, honestly, I feel like they would have been better off just doing that one thing where they make a bunch of missions with special, like, clear specifications. Like, beat it with special only. Beat it with 9 normal units, you know? Like, those are things that they could give rewards for instead of just making it beat the same stage over and over again. This is bad. I should stop. I should have stopped spawning maximum way sooner. Can you kill the maximums faster, please? That would be really appreciated. Hey, Ken, you want to stop being a fucking tank? Thank you. Oh, well, he died. That's not what I meant. What does Urone Wolf do again? She's a backliner with knockback. Only like 10% though. Brother. Cat Clan missed. Trying to be into future chapter 3? Cool. Good goal. And it's good for it, apparently? I mean, it's just a non-Uber option. If you have Ubers, then there's probably better backlining Ubers, but... Uber Run is just a backliner. That's basically all they're saying when they recommend Uber Run. I don't have much backline maneuvers. The new zero round, if you have them. Have her. How sloppy is this lineup on a scale of 1 to 10? I don't know how I'm struggling. I got Daybreak or Izanagi. Well, just having one Uber doesn't mean that, or just having one Legendary doesn't mean that the entire game's gonna be easy. You still have to use your brain a little bit. I wonder if I put everybody off by complaining about Abyssal stages, even though I'm actively beating it still. It still forces the player to use different units they might not think of otherwise. The fact that it's the same stage plays into that, regardless of it's lazy. Okay. I still stand by its lazy game design, and you admitted that it's lazy. Okay. So we agree. It's lazy. I'm gonna need a research combo. I got Fanoa. Nice. It's a cool premise nonetheless. Yeah, it is a cool premise. I did admit that. I did say that. Like, it's a cool idea. It's just not very different from the missions thing that they've done. I said if. Okay. But that's still keeping your mind open to the idea that it is lazy, therefore you don't necessarily disagree with it. Really? Do I need to level up my rapper? I mean, it's level 40. He doesn't tank well enough to... That seems odd. What do you do? Nothing. So what other meat shield can I have? I guess Eraser? And then I might as well drop you from Mister. Kylie, aren't I really good at twisting people's words into making them agree with me somehow? I like Snowflake Cat for some reason. You mean Chill? I mean, they're pretty bad, most people would agree, but I mean, cool design, at least. People say it is bad, but I'll use them either way. Go ahead. Bro, no fucking way I'm still getting pushed with this. Commander sucks. I'm changing him out. Or maybe I'll swap out one of the Ubers. Nah, I want to use Sirius here. Maybe I can weaken Firefly. Opinion invalid? No, 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 no. No, no, no. Perfectly valid. I mean, I like D'Artagnan. Favorite Uber in the game, yet people still say it kind of low-key sucks. I mean, you can still use rich cats on this. I feel like they should have... I feel like if they wanted to go all out on the using unique strategies, they should have gotten rid of the rich cat opportunity, but... What do I know? Recently made the discovery of Jiangshi. Jiangshi is really cool. I like Jiangshi. Putting the laziness of the design aside to prove my own point that the design is healthy. Yeah, but that means that you're ignoring a valid point and a valid argument to say that yours is still valid as well. So basically... Wait, no, not even to prove that your point is valid. It's just to... You're ignoring a valid point to say that you're right. Like, it's fine design. It had a fine idea behind it, and it's cool that it's for a lot of these advents, you know, bringing us back to these advents. But where are they in the legend stages? Where are they in, you know, others? Where are the talents for these units? You know, they can make talent awakening stages by bringing back these things, you know? They can bring back these advents to make another revenge stage to make more talents, you know? But instead, they just give you a reason to redo the stage over and over again, instead of giving you an actual reason to go back to the advent with other stuff. Laziness can't be measured. I refuse to argue that. Okay. But then just admit that there are better ways that they could have brought us back to the advents. Like, it's a healthy idea, but they executed it poorly, is what I'll say. They could have done it better. Like, you can at least admit that, right? Because that's basically what my whole point is from the start. Basically, though, it wasn't entirely. I'm gonna make a strat to beat Moon into Future Chapter 3 on my own because the wiki strats are annoying. Well, yeah. Welcome to a strategy game. You want to make your own strategies more so than not. I don't know why I'm doing this. I only have to beat this stage 2 more times, and I still have Professor Cat jobs and iCat open. I should really just use the OP strats. And I have Can open. I'm not even gonna use a weaken combo. Well, I guess I don't need a research combo then, because I can just use Eraser, I guess. Yeah, okay. I like how it is now. If it was a different stage, then you'd just be making Labyrinth again. Now that's lazy. No, because they wouldn't be making a... That's not... What? How is that lazy if they're making new stages? They have to code that shit in. They didn't code shit here. All they did was make it so that you can play the same stage multiple times. How would that be lazy if they were making new stages? You're the only person that would ever say that. And plus, like I said, they still don't have talents on fucking the Advent, so they could have gone back to the idea of... They could have gone back to the idea of that by making talent awakening stages so that we can go back to the Advents. It's lazy because it's Labyrinth again, but this is lazy because it's the same stage again. Like, if you don't want to count laziness, then don't call that lazy as well, because now you're just contradicting yourself. You're really good at contradicting yourself, you know that? It's a pointless word, then don't use it. I stopped using it whenever you said you're not going to consider it, so stop using it. And like, there are better ways to go back to the Advent. I died a lot on Bomber Girl because of that fucking boar. Yeah, that's the main problem. You're both in the wrong because we're arguing over something that's fucking stupid. I'm aware. It's entertaining though. I just like arguing. I already said the idea is fine, and I'm okay with the fact that it rewards you for beating the same stage with different strategies, you know? It rewards you for experimenting and all that. However, I don't like the way they did it. Me personally, I don't like the way they did it. I think they could have done it better. And that, honestly, that might just be me. However, as somebody that's played a lot of video games, I feel like just posting the same stage and letting you do it multiple times is, you know, it's not great game design. But that's just my opinion. But if every time somebody tried to argue about something, they were just like, oh, it's my opinion, so you can't argue against it, then like arguments just wouldn't happen. You know? It's a genuine critique that I have, that they didn't even try to make new stages. All they did was make you do the same stage over and over again. Without any like criteria either. Like, it's not like it's restrictions. It's not like it's do it with these specific units, do it with rares and super rares. There's no Uber rule, you know? So like, it's not, there's literally nothing more to it other than the stage. How about we have peace in the Battle Cats world? If we had peace, then it would be boring. Peace is boring. You heard it here first. I mean, I'm mostly kidding, but like, I'm just expressing my opinion. That's why I said I'm proving that it only dismisses the quality of the idea. You just don't like the idea. You want something different. The idea was to make it so that we go back to the Advent, no? And so then we went back to the Advent. I don't like how they did it, so I don't dislike the idea. I dislike how they did it. So you are therefore wrong as to what I was saying. The idea is not what I have a problem with. Might as fucking well. You want different stages? That's a completely different idea? No, it is not. It's still returning to the Advents with rewards. The premise is still the same. The only difference is how they accomplish it. It's not a different idea. I don't know how to time Yukimura here, now that I think about it. Well, I shouldn't have spawned him the way I did, that's for sure. You simply want more stages? That's not related? No, it is. I want them to be more creative with the way that they bring back the Advents. And I want them to bring more content for not just rewards, but also for the Advents themselves. Because guess what? The Advent units still don't have talents. So if they brought back new stages with those rewards on top of the talent awakenings, then that would be not only more content, but better stage design, more effort, and clearly step in the right direction as to what we're going to get with non-Ubers. But instead, we keep getting Ultra Talents and Ultra Forms for specifically Ubers, nothing else. And they are not even trying to add more talents or true forms to certain non-Ubers. Like, Super Cat still doesn't have a true form. That would be a great return to an Advent. We haven't got a new Puffer in a long time. You know? Like, we still don't have a revenge stage for Puffer. You know? But them just allowing for you to get rewarded for beating the same stage over and over again It's just giving you rewards so that they can justify not actually making more content. And that's how I see it. And I'm not being swayed. I'm not being swayed because the idea, I still like the idea. I like the idea of returning to the advents, but I don't like how they did it. And that's something I'll stand by. And I'm trying to convince you that in terms of game design, you can't just be okay with everything. Some things are a problem. Like, I'm not saying Battle Cats is a bad game. I'm not saying they don't care. I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying that Abyssal stages are cool, but they still need to do other things. Like, there's still other stuff that can be done. That's what I'm saying. If it only says knockbacks aliens and doesn't mention chance, does that mean it's 100% knockback? Use them and see. Because I don't know. Anyways, I did it. Took me, hey, guess what? It took me half an hour to beat 5 stages of the exact same stage. That was really worth my time, chat. That was really worth my time. I'm so happy I beat the same stage 5 times. Also, if they really wanted you to use different strategies for each and every one, they could have at least made it so that the original completion strat also counted. That was my last completion on that? Okay, never mind. I didn't even use Baja Blast. Like, yeah, use unique strats, but if you're far enough into the game, you have enough units that it just doesn't fucking matter, you know? And now that you know, before I did the Abyssal stages, I had an opinion that was unclear because I'd never actually tried the Abyssal stages before. Now that I have tried the Abyssal stages, it's exactly what I thought. It's exactly what I fucking thought. It's just the same stage. The strategies are very slightly different, but not enough to really change the gameplay much. And it's just the same fucking stage. Like, that me doing the Abyssal stages right there just proved to myself that I continue to agree with what I said. I continue to stand by it. They still haven't given basic cats talents or anything in ages. And it's not like plus leveling them that really does much for them at this point. Like, you know what's so funny? The Abyssal stages only gives you Uber cat size and Dark cat size. Guess what? They only affect Ubers. Both of those only affect Ubers. You see what I mean? They bring you back to the Abyssal stages, not so that you can benefit your non-Ubers, but only so that you can plus level your already existing Ubers. You're going to justify that? You're going to say, yeah, that's perfectly fine. I want more of that. We need more non-Uber content, bro. And I'm standing by that. Like, I'm fine with Ubers existing. I'm fine with them being part of the game. They're already a huge part of the game. They're the main focus of every fucking update. It would be nice to have a little bit of variety. Anyways, I've been live for a little while. I've been dropping frames every now and then. I hope the stream wasn't too bad. It feeds into Pono's wanting players to gamble for Ubers more. That's not game design, it's just business. If they wanted more money, they could have given us ads. Clearly, money is not that big of a deal to them. And plus, nobody, and I can guarantee you this, nobody is doing Abyssal stages with the idea of spending more money. I can guarantee you that. Nobody is doing these Abyssal stages so that they can spend money. Nobody. It is not a business thing. You want to know what would be a business thing? Having ads pop up, even small ones, appear in the bottom left, over here, in here, or even in the title screen. This is the only ad they have. That ads would be business.
ads would be business. They do not get anything in terms of money for doing abyssal stages. Sure, they want people to buy Ubers and stuff. They do want people to do that. I will admit, that is business. I'm not saying it's perfect business. I'm not saying it's bad business. I'm saying that they should, you know, as a mobile game, as a free mobile game, their main thing should be, guess what? Playtime. It should be playtime, not necessarily the money that's being made off it, because I think they get paid for playtime. For mobile players, there are ads. I mean, you can choose to watch ads. I mean, I can choose to watch ads right here. I know they exist, but there's not pop-ups. Because I can open the game on my phone right now. I have it on my phone. There are no pop-up ads. So many businesses are dumb as rocks. Don't be a perfectionist. You're the one calling them dumb. I'm not calling them dumb. I'm saying that their attention is mispointed. It's misdirected. Yeah, on my phone, not a single pop-up ad. If they wanted to make it a business thing, they could have pop-up ads, which affect gameplay 0. Pop-up ads would affect the gameplay 0 bits. If you accidentally tap on it, that's on you. And they would still get paid for that. But no. So yeah, like, I genuinely just think that their attention is misdirected, but that's fine. Because, like, Ubers are, of course, a big deal, and then over in Japan, obviously, they, like, gotcha and all that. I just, you know, me personally, it's not the best thing they could have done, but it's okay still. I mean, I played it all. I didn't have a blast, but I did it. I got rewarded, so might as well. Did I have fun doing it? Kind of. Sure, I had a little bit of fun beating the same stage 5 times, but, like, by the way, you don't even get rewarded for the first time, for the first reclear. So it's literally just meant to be a reclear. But, like, it's only Uber cat's eyes. Like, where? Give us legend cat's eyes at least, so that you can use them against non-Ubers. Like, what the fuck? Make them legend cat's eyes. Why not? Why not give people more legend cat's eyes? They can at least use those against non-Ubers. Like, seriously? It's only Uber cat's eyes? Become a businessman yourself if you think you're so good at it, then? No, I played a lot of games in my time. I played a lot of games, and I've seen a lot of mobile games as well. I genuinely believe, like, I have this thing, right? If you're going to do something, don't half-ass it, which I know I'm one to talk, but, like, this feels really half-assed in my opinion. Like, it's a good premise. It's a good premise. And I do like the idea. I think that either they can update it, or they can add more to go back to the advents. I just don't want, like, I think the reason why I'm so riled up about it is because I think this is how they justify not going back to the advents and giving them talents, giving them more content or anything like that. Like, that's the reason why I get so like, I don't know. That's why it means so much to me, because it feels like this is just a placeholder. Not necessarily, not even just a placeholder. This is how they procrastinate going back to the advents. This is how they put it off and justify it. I don't like doing content from it. It's not more and more content because I don't have the full perspective. I'd be assuming otherwise. I mean, if they do go back and give the advent units talents here before too long, then honestly, that's happy. That'll be great, because this is free rewards, and they're still working on, you know, more stuff, right? They're still working on whatever they think is best, right? And this is just a placeholder. I hope this is just a placeholder and not just their way of justifying not adding more content to the advents. I hope. That's what I'm hoping for. Because, like I said, I'm not really mad about it, right? Like, I'm not really... It's free rewards. It just wasn't fun to play. For me, personally, at least. It just wasn't fun to play. And that's it. Because even though I like building strategies, I mean, it was really the same strategy. Like, it's fine. And you know, the reason why I'm being so hard on them is because I expect better. I expect better. Because you can tell they have passion whenever they make this game. And so I just, you know, I expect them to keep up with that passion and keep doing their best. And sometimes game designers and developers won't be able to do that, and that is a-okay. And that's why earlier I kind of wanted to emphasize that it's just my own critique. Like, it's a genuine critique. It's not a complaint. It's a critique. Because I want them to do better. I have, you know, I have that amount of faith in them that they would want to be better rather than... Like, if I were a game developer, I'd rather somebody have genuine critiques to try and help me be better than to have somebody that says everything is perfectly fine, it's all doing well. You know, I don't need a yes man. I need somebody that can actually give me criticisms. And so that's just me personally. And I am different than a lot of people. You don't like the idea of replaying the stages regardless of lineup? It's as simple as that. You're just diverging into wanting more content? Yeah, I don't like the idea of replaying stages regardless of lineup. Bitch, it's a fucking single player game. Everybody's going to have a different lineup already. Like, that's the whole point, is that everybody has a different lineup. They don't force you to use different lineups. Honestly, that'd be a cool idea. Beating stages with a set lineup. Now, that's a cool idea. That's why I like Cat Claw Dojo so much, because, like, it forces you to be using the same units as everybody else. The strategy might be different, depending on the person, but you're still using the same units. And, like, you know you can beat the stage, so everybody has the opportunity to do so. I do actually like that, but... The thing with the lineup, right, is that how do I put this? Everybody already has freedom over the lineup that they choose. That's why they take away your units. Do you know how many units I had left remaining to beat the stage? Do you know how small of a percentage of my units they took away, and how many more I could... I only used Apple and iCat at the end because I knew I wasn't beating the stage anymore. They didn't force shit. All the removal of these units does, all it does is make it so that earlier people with less units can't do it. That's all it really does. Because look at the anti-reds I still have. I wasted a couple. I still have Supercar. I still have Little Dark. I still have Valkyrie. I still have Newton. I still have Duelist. I still have Thaumaturge, Belly Dancer. I still have Elemental Duelist. I still have Courier. I never even used Courier. I still have Sniper the Deadeye, Neo Cutter, Time Traveler, Tengu. Q could have been fine. Raiden, Peach Devil, Spectral. Like, I still have so many units. And yes, it's a different lineup, but it doesn't force anything. Oh my god, sure, here. It doesn't force anything. And I never said they force you to use a different lineup. I said force you to use a set lineup. That's why I like Cat Claw Dojo. They force you to use a set lineup, not a different lineup. There is a difference between those wordings. It is still designed with accessibility in mind, to be fair. Yeah, exactly. Like, I like that it's not that punishing, right? I do like that. Gabby's one does bring a bunch of difference. Well, yeah, that's because there's not a lot of search. I mean, to be fair. So that one's probably better. However, that one might be really tough. I don't know. That one might just be Uber carry. Like, that's another thing. They still allow you to Uber carry with all of these. They don't limit you on, like, 3 Ubers per lineup or anything. So, like, it is still definitely Uber carryable. Which is fine. I don't really care. I don't really care about that. It's just beating the same stage over and over again. Like, I've played multiple mobile games where it's like, oh, beat this stage over and over again. And in order to level this thing up, do this, blah, 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 blah. And, like, I don't like treasures. If you're going to justify beating the same stage over and over again, you can't complain about treasures. You can't complain about that. Especially since you can still use cat CPU and stuff like that on those. With this, you can't. Like, if you wanted to use a different strategy for each playthrough of the stages to get treasures on, go ahead. You can choose to do that. But you're not going to. Guess what? Because it's the same stage over and over again. You don't want to use a different strategy. So, like, it's one of those things where, like, I am fine with it. I'm fine with it. It's free rewards. It's a cool way to get you to replay stages. But they already had that in a completely different setting and nobody talked about it. We already had reasons to replay Abyssal stages. They just never brought them back. Because don't you remember whenever they have it right here. Why don't they just do this for Baku's stages, right? Like, why didn't they just do this? They didn't have to create a whole new thing for Abyssal. Like, they could have just done this. Like, hey, look, there's a mission. Beat the stage again. Beat the stage without Ubers. Beat the stage with so-and-so amount of normal units. Like, there are different things they could have done to still give you the rewards for beating the stage. And maybe missions just don't make it obvious that you can do so, but to be fair, I don't think this is really making it obvious either. Because that's different? No, it's still repeating a stage that you've already beaten before and getting rewarded for it by using a different lineup or something. Baku's Abyssal was one of the more lame Abyssals from what I can tell from the community. Have you not played it yourself? You really are just a Battle Cats yes man though. Like, it's not... You can at least admit it's not perfect. Like, you can at least admit that it does have its flaws and that it's not, you know, the best thing that they could have done to bring back older stages. Or older advents. There are better things they could have done. And God, I hope this isn't the only thing they'll do for a while. Plus, Cyclones still haven't gotten anything. Cyclones are even worse than the... What are they? Deadly Advents? Because Cyclones haven't gotten shit. Cyclones still have not gotten shit. Like, where are their Abyssal stages? Like, I mean, I know they'd be really fucking easy, but... that would be like an earlier game accessible thing. Like, you could give rare cat's eyes. You could give super rare cat's eyes. You could give legend rare cat's eyes instead of dark cat's eyes. They could do that for the Cyclones. But guess what? They're not going to because they only like Ubers. Like, it's just a genuine criticism. Oh, this is weird. Let me change that. That still doesn't reach the side, huh? That's comparing it to different options. I just don't really know how to compare it in that sense. Well, how about this? Just don't. You know? You don't have to compare it. You can just say it could have been better. Because that's how all games are. They could have done it better. They could have done it differently. They could have done this. But at the end of the day, they did it this way. And that's why earlier I said I hope that they do more rather than change what they already did. I hope that they bring more attention to more advents, including Cyclones. I hope they bring more attention to those units, those non-Ubers. I hope they bring da-da-da-da-da. I hope they can eventually do this. But for now, all they have is the Abyssal. They spent their time designing that, and it worked out well. They probably had to code a decent amount so that the Abyssal stages works. So I won't shit on that. And I won't shit on the idea of bringing back reasons to repeat Abyssal stages. Or not the Abyssal stages. Hyper, what is your stance on you are right? Because if you don't have a stance, then you can't be right. So what is your stance in turn? Like, you can make a joke all you want. Like, you can make a joke about it. I'm just curious. Do you have a stance? I'm okay being wrong. Because like I said, it's my opinion. I hope for better. Point proven? Oh, so you don't have a stance, and so you are right for not having a stance. You know what? You are so right. Except not having a stance kind of makes you a pushover, right? Because like if somebody's like, hey, I'm gonna go do this thing. Should I do it? And you're like, I don't care, bro. Then they could jump off a bridge and kill themselves, you know? Like, you gotta have a stance sometimes. if you want to make a community better, you know? Because if I just didn't care, right? If I just didn't care about anything, then a lot of shit would be worse. And that's why voting for president is a thing here in the US. Except it's not exactly working sometimes. I do have a stance. So you do have a stance, you just don't share it? You know, that is truly winning. Just not caring about other people's stances and just having your own. That's the lesson of today's stream. Except I was mainly arguing because I was having fun with it. I don't actually care. I don't know if Callie can say the same, but I genuinely just don't care. Like, I don't care about other people's things. I'm just arguing for fun. Arguing for fun and making genuine criticisms, just speaking my mind. Because I don't really feel too seriously towards this. Like that's how everything is. Like I can get excited without really caring. Professional rage bait? Was I mad for a single bit there? I don't think I was ever mad. I wonder if Callie was. Because I know Callie probably gets frustrated with me. I just argue for fun though. Like it's genuinely fun to me. Because like seeing other people's point of views and stuff, I do like genuinely enjoy that sort of thing. It's just one of those things where in this specific scenario, I genuinely have an opinion. And I want it to be known, and I want to... And, like, I do wish more people would speak out on things like that. Like, I don't want you to be overly critical of anything or anything like that, you know? But, like, it's one of those things where... Expecting perfection is where I kind of go poorly. But that's just because I see better ways that they could have done it, and so I'm disappointed that the devs I like don't do certain things, but that's fine. I can't control people, and honestly it might be a bad idea. Brings me back to my Dazzly point. The whole Abyssal thing has its negatives, as adding anything to the game has its negatives just because it's not what some people like. Yeah, I mean, that's just how everything works, right? Some people like it, some people dislike it. I mean, that's just how everything works. I think you're taking this a lot more seriously than I am. Because I do understand your point. I keep on emphasizing, I keep on trying to emphasize this, but in terms of game design, I think they could have done better. But in terms of other things, it's probably about as good as they can get. Just because, like I said, for those people that actually do like beating the same stage over and over again, then it's fine. You know, that's cool. Like it's actually great because those people have a reason to rebeat a stage, a reason to make a new thing, right? A new lineup. They have a reason to do that, and they have a reason to, and they get rewarded for it. That's perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. I got the seriousism, and I got the stupidism, and I think I got the gaslighting-tism because I keep changing what I'm saying. To be fair, I've been saying the same thing for a little while, but my initial point is different than the one I'm holding now. Because what was my initial point? My initial point was that they should have done different stages, and now I'm kind of like, well, if they're not gonna do, since they already did it, I can't really say shoulda, coulda, woulda, you know what I mean? So instead of that perspective, I'm now on the, I just hope that they return to the advent sooner rather than later. IRL skill issue. Being way too serious is like, it's something that I've learned to be bad. Being way too serious, like, it can really hurt your mental to be way too serious all the time. That's something I've learned. I used to be much more serious. Back in probably middle school, maybe freshman year as well, I was way more serious in terms of things. I've gotten much less careful, much more careless, and I've been happier. And that's just me, you know. Don't take that as advice. Don't take things seriously. Like, that's not advice. That's not good advice, at least. It's just what works for me to be happier, at least. In terms of other things, I mean, You know, if I took things more seriously, I'd probably have a little bit more money. I'd probably have a few more friends. I probably wouldn't be single, but that's all right. But I'd be less happy, and that's what matters. I am happy right now. Even right now, you know, even in the state of active argument, I can say I'm happy because I just have fun arguing. I have fun arguing, seeing other people's stances, talking to people. I mean, I say I have fun talking to people, and then I'm like the most antisocial person you've ever met. But that's in real life. Online, it's different. But still, like, can we not shut down people's opinions and like criticisms? Like, this is a genuine thing. Can we just not shut down criticism in games? Because like, shutting down other people's criticisms on a game just because you don't share that same criticism doesn't mean it's necessarily wrong. I will say that for a community to prosper, there needs to be a little bit of criticism. It can't just be full of yes men. For me, it's a motivation issue. My phone drains that from me. Some days I just lack motivation. Yesterday I didn't stream at all just because I didn't feel like it. I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't even watching anime. I was literally bored out of my mind because I lacked motivation to do anything. I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why. Like, it's just random days of that for me. Wait, Callie, how much is your average phone time for last week? Not this week, because it would have reset on Sunday or something. What's your average screen time for last week? Because mine is... I hope you can read it. 1 hour... Hello? Let me see if I can, like... Nope, that doesn't work. Whatever, it's 1 hour and 55 minutes for me. Which is a daily average, technically. It's gonna be 25 hours out of 24. Yeah, some people are just chronically online, which is fine. I mean, I'm on my computer all the time, so I can't really talk because I just do everything on my computer. But for my computer, it's either playing games by myself or with friends, or watching YouTube. Which, like, I watch a lot of YouTube, but I'm normally doing something on the side as well. Whether that be eating, playing a game, or whatever. I'm not just scrolling through TikTok. 10 to 11 hours? Throughout all of last week, or average per day? Because I do think that there is a difference between staring at your phone for a lot of time than to be at a computer. Because on a computer, it feels a little less brain rot-y. And I say that as somebody that has been in both phases, where I used to watch a shit ton of TikTok. Every night before sleep, I would get on TikTok. Now I don't. I just go to sleep. You know? Like, it's one of those things where, like... I know people do struggle with that sort of thing, but I don't. That doesn't make me any better, but... Not counting computer? Yeah, in terms of computer, I'm on my computer all the time. Because it's kind of my main thing. Because, like, I play games with friends on the computer, I stream on the computer, I edit on the computer. I'm here all the time. My highest was like 18 hours. In one day? In one day. That is insane. That's actually crazy. How did you even sleep that day? Maybe you just didn't. There's a good chance that's the case. I love how my stream title is still Climbing Towers, even though I'm just yapping at this point. Yo, it's storming. I should take a walk. I should walk in the rain. That's a great idea. My peak in the last week was basically the same. I mean, that's perfectly fine. Like, if you don't have better things to do, then I mean, I don't see a problem with that. Like, as long as you're still, like, healthy, right? Like,
as long as you get a little bit of action, right? Like, and I don't mean that weirdly. I mean like just go walk around the house, you know? Go. I mean, I do push-ups. I do push-ups. I've done squats. I've lifted a 40-pound thing of water bottles, right? Like, just get your active action, get your activity in where you can. You know, so that you don't just rot in a chair or on your bed. Hell, if you still want to rot in your bed, do some half-ass like sit-ups or something. I'm still growing. My calories are going somewhere. Well, yeah. I mean, you can still grow without, you know, it being healthy. What do you think obese means? I'm just saying it's healthy to be active because like I don't want to be the kind of old person that can't even like lift their legs. Not because they're injured, but just because they're so old and weak, you know? I don't want to be that kind of old person. So I like the idea of staying active. Like not gym active. Like I'm still the skinniest motherfucker of all time. But like I still, you know, still want to at least be able to do a push-up, you know? Regardless of my growth, my metabolism is still high because I'm young. True. So is mine, but I am trying to gain up to 150. That's my goal. And by the way, I just want to clarify, I wasn't calling you obese or anything. I was just saying, you know, yoga, exercise, any sort of activity, honestly, even just walking around for like 10 minutes or so, all of that can still be beneficial whenever you're locked inside your house all the time. Because as somebody that's been hiding out in my room for basically all break so far, it's nice to get a little bit of activity in every now and then. Yeah, maybe I don't want to walk in the storm. I know you guys can't hear it, but it's definitely storming. I once did 30 days of yoga in a row one summer. That's probably good. Probably felt good too. Gonna watch the Bleach film this weekend. Cool. I've never watched Bleach. It's not on Crunchyroll, and that's the only thing where I watch anime off of. I don't know what Bleach is on though. Like, is it on like Hulu or Netflix? I kind of want to watch it. Pirate Bleach? Okay, well, I meant Bleach as in the anime. What the fuck is Pirate Bleach? Oh, you mean pirate it as in like... I see what you mean. I forget that pirate is a verb. I'm not gonna pirate. No, I'm not gonna pirate. Yo, I'm getting the JJK manga in 2 days. Well, not the entire thing, only the last 10 chapters, just about, but I'm excited. I am excited. Kind of don't like a lot of stretches in yoga though because my balance is shit. Well, just do the stuff on the ground, right? Where like I don't know the position names, but like I don't know, to stretch your back or whatever. I'm not gonna say one position that I know the name of because that's also a sex position. So I like a lot of the sitting down ones. Yeah, those ones are fun. I don't do standing yoga. And I mean I don't do yoga period. I do push-ups, but and I should probably do squats more. You will not catch me paying for a service. You won't catch me paying for one either because I just get my sisters. I really like King Pigeon. Well, now I gotta look this up. King Pigeon pose. How the fuck do you do that? I'm sorry. You do this? How? I would not be flexible enough to do that. Even if I tried doing that, I don't think I'd. No, I don't think I could. Should I do a yoga stream? That would be a bad idea. I'm also double jointed, so a lot of these are easier for me than most people. Do one? No, that's such a bad idea. That is. How about this?
1 million channel points for a yoga stream. I'll start creating that right now. You've given the idea. 1 million channel points. 1 million channel points for a yoga stream. I'm setting it up right now. So, yoga stream. I have to do a yoga stream at some point. Is that million? That's 100,000, so 1 million. It can only be redeemed once. But 1 million channel points. I just realized that I haven't drank anything today yet. I'm gonna go hydrate. Well, I'm gonna go end stream. But if you check the channel point section, there should be maybe a yoga stream for 1 million points. So yeah, I think that's a good place to end.
Is this where I should do my outro at? If you did enjoy, please do come back for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.